Young black men lack emotional intelligence. They have violent communication skills, which means they don't communicate to understand. They communicate to be offensive or defensive. They get irritated easily because they don't know how to identify their emotions. The reason African Americans commit so many crimes is because they want materialistic items. They're not stealing things they need. They're stealing things that they can flip or impress people. They deal with a lot of self-hatred, so they misspend on Prada and Gucci bags to compensate for insecurities. Emotional intelligence allows you to identify your emotions and fix your flaws. A street dude is no different than a female, quick to react but slow to reflect. When you stare at a street dude for too long, they get irritated and ask you what you're looking at. They got the same sassy energy as a female. That's why a lot of them are low-key DL, because a true masculine man is always a very logical man, not an emotional man. Today, I'll teach you how to deal with people who lack emotional intelligence on all levels by using the 7 laws of self-control and emotional mastery book. Most people with low emotional intelligence develop narcissistic traits, meaning they don't see the wrong in their actions. Pay attention. Here's an example.
You're a boxer, or what are you?
Oh no, I'm a teacher.
What do you teach?
A human psychology.
Human psychology. How long did you go to school for?
12 years.
And you didn't get like any kind of degree?
Nah, only a diploma gang.
Do you know you have to have a degree?
You don't, bro. A degree don't make
Not in the hood, huh? Not in the hood, you don't have to have a degree to teach psychology.
Law 2. Most people have already accepted defeat. You can always tell how much internal shame someone has by how judgmental they are.
Maybe you need a psychologist.
Misery loves company, right? She's living a miserable life. You can tell because people who feel good about themselves will never make you feel bad about yourself. Since she's miserable and struggling with her internal world, she's trying to project that onto me.
If that's the case, I'm an astronaut and I'm Donald Trump.
So it's no point in saying anything, right? Because unhealed people don't listen with ears. They listen with triggers. So silence is the best response to a fool.
Why are you not talking? Did you buy your followers by any chance?
That's exactly what they want, a reaction. If I don't give them one, I take my power back. Always remember, when people disrespect you, they're dealing with a lot of shame and insecurity. When people struggle internally, they project that onto you. I posted her making a fool out of herself, and the video got over 1 million views. But this is the part I want you to pay attention to. After the video went viral, we seen each other again.
So next time you want to clip something and give everybody a speech, live on that, because you had people after my children. So you can go off. How about that?
You see how she made the mistake and put the blame on me? Remember I told you, people with low emotional maturity develop narcissistic traits, right? A narcissist cannot allow themselves to perceive the world that they did something wrong. They have to run from that shame by playing the victim. Playing the victim is a manipulation tactic where they guilt trip you with their bad luck to get sympathy. It's not them doing it, it's their brain doing it to try and protect themselves. So when your ex hurt you and did you wrong, or whoever in your life hurt you, whether that be your parents, etc., in their head, they live in a world where they go around hurting people, but they can't see that they're doing that. Their brain won't let them see that. All they can see is the reactions that they're getting when they're hurting people. So when they play the victim and say, oh my God, why is everybody so horrible to me? They can't see that they're the one causing all the pain. So that person who hurt you or cheated on you, they feel entitled to that behavior. So when they lie to you, they'll make up an excuse in their head. They'll say that they lied to you because they were scared of your response, or they cheated on you because you weren't meeting their needs. They justify it. They can't take accountability. That's why I said street dudes are no different from females, right? Because they both run from accountability. They grew up around dysfunction. So they love emotional whiplash. Emotional whiplash is why they cheat on you. They blame you for it. You cannot lash out and yell at people who are emotionally immature. They're always defensive and emotionally explosive. They don't know how to process emotions like anger. So they project, blame, and lash out. Hey, what you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? They don't act delusional.
People who can't communicate correctly think everything is an argument. And people who lack accountability think everything is an attack. That's why when you spit logic to someone that's emotionally immature, they don't understand you. It's very dangerous when Street people are emotionally immature because they carry weapons. So when they can't control their emotions, they react without reflecting. When all you ever grew up around was trauma, your brain starts to crave drama. That's why when you scroll, refrain from watching chaos, because algorithms shape your subconscious. Your For You page is literally a mirror of your frequency. If you keep watching chaos, you'll keep attracting chaos, not only on your feed, in your real life. When you fill your mind with positive energy, you teach your mind that safety exists, and you break out of that dysfunctional cycle and you start to heal your trauma. That way, you stop attracting low vibrational people in your life that keep taking your kindness for weakness. A lot of them grew up in chaotic environments, so their subconscious is already wired to be in survival mode. Imagine a bad habit you had for 20 years straight. It's going to be hard for you to break that bad habit. Same thing with street people. It's all they ever knew. It's just their normal life. That's why being silent and not reacting to their stupidity is key. Once you see a person for who they are, it's no need to open your mouth. If you want to be more like me, you have to detach from emotions that your thoughts bring. Your thoughts aren't a representation of who you are as a person. Thoughts come from the brain, so they might as well be a part of your body. You wouldn't call yourself a bad person because you have a bad back, right? So detach from your thoughts. Nothing is yours, not even your breath. If I inhale right now, I gotta exhale because nothing is mine. So stop attaching to what somebody feel about you. Everybody feel everything about you, but you don't gotta attach to that because they don't know you. Only person who know you is you. The only enemy is your thoughts. Next time somebody says something bad about you, don't say nothing. I want you to observe. Their own negativity has nothing to do with you. Remember when Michael Jackson said, if you want to change the world, you gotta look in the mirror first and make the changes? You gotta face yourself. Everybody wanna believe in other people because they can't face themselves. You always saying free everybody, free Lil Durk, free him, free bro. But you in jail. How you gonna free somebody without freeing yourself? How you gonna love somebody without loving yourself first, right? So stop being a slave to your emotions. Here's what we gonna do. I'ma guide you, because I can't help you. You gotta help you. But I'ma guide you. Let me show you how to understand your emotions, since no one ever taught us this. Anger is energy that builds up when something challenges your values and disrespects your boundaries. Instead of letting anger take over, identify the emotion. What am I feeling right now? Anger. Okay, now let's alchemize that energy and turn it into positive energy. That's what with kindness means. Frustration is the feeling of being stuck between effort and outcome. It means something isn't working. When you feel frustrated, identify the emotion. Then you need to change either your approach or your expectation. Now we have boredom, the most dangerous emotion, because boredom can lead you into lust. You only want to crack buns because you're bored. You only want to get fried because you're bored. Street people only do crimes because they're broke and bored. When a black man is bored, he's the most dangerous. Boredom is unused creative energy. It's not that there's nothing to do. Your brain wants something meaningful to do. Work out 2 times a day, especially if you're young. Your T levels are through the roof. Get off your phone, lower your screen time, and hit them pull-ups. Do every pull-up until failure. You could also learn a new skill. Right now I'm learning French just because the more skills you have, you will never go broke. Another thing you could do is read a book. If you don't got no books, I got a book for you. It's a free book. The link is in the description. And this book is about controlling your emotions too. Mad stuff you could do to cure your boredom. Now we have jealousy. It's not about wanting what someone else has. No, it's about feeling like you can't have it. When this happens, identify the emotion and ask yourself, what's really stopping you? Stop comparing yourself to other people. There's no point in having jealousy towards someone when you can achieve the same thing. That big house, you could get it. That Rolls Royce, you could get it. The reason why you get jealous is because you're thinking about all the hard work it takes for you to get it. Think about it. You have no real reason to actually believe that you can't get that big house, that you can't get that Rolls Royce. And it gets deeper than that. Once jealousy takes root in the mind, it can create its own reality. Once jealousy enters the mind, the brain starts building a story to justify it. For example, if you see a girl smiling at somebody at work or anywhere, In reality, it's a normal, friendly interaction. But in your jealous mind, you think they're flirting. There must be something going on. Then you start checking phones, rereading messages, picking fights, and that paranoia slowly damages trust. Soon, what was only imagined begins to destroy the real relationship. Here's how to break out of jealousy. Identify the emotion. After you do this, recognize that jealousy is just a story. Now, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes she could be flirting. She could be cheating. But like I told you, nothing is truly yours. So don't be attached to that. I just told you, if I inhale right now, I gotta exhale because nothing is mine. I don't got nothing to lose because nothing is mine. I'm not obligated to anything. Now, overthinking is your brain searching for control and uncertainty. You're exhausting yourself trying to control things. If your peace depends on everything going right, it's not peace, it's control. You gotta be still in the chaos. You can't control other people's opinions, what they think, people's actions, their belief in you. Only thing you can't control is your reactions and your peace. Stop looking for control outside of yourself. Trying to change somebody's behavior is an endless loop of frustration. You can't help your mom find God. She gotta find God herself. What do we always overthink on? Our life's purpose, right? Your life's purpose is something you're scared to do right now. You overthink it. You're afraid of everything. That thing you love to do, that thing you're passionate about, you're scared to do it because you're overthinking about what people say, if people believe in you, other people's opinions on you. You can't control that though. The whole formula is act on your highest passion to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can without any expectation of the outcome. Why? Because detachment, right? You have a physical mind and a higher mind. Let me write it down. So you got a physical mind and a higher mind. They both need to work together. A lot of you are just acting on your physical mind and not working on your higher mind. See, the physical mind wants to control everything. You don't believe in the power of the unseen, and that's why you're always tired. You're wearing out your physical mind. You burn yourself out because you want control over everything. The physical mind is not designed to know how things are gonna happen. So that's why you have to trust in your higher mind, the unseen, that gut feeling. That gut feeling is God. God is everywhere, right? Your higher mind knows how something is gonna happen. So trust in it. Your friends and family is not gonna understand you. You're gonna receive backlash. It's gonna be the hardest thing you ever worked on. But that's the point. It's not supposed to be easy. So either you keep living your life in fear and overthinking everything, or let's get to it. Because when you strive for something bigger than yourself, you win on all levels, physically and spiritually. Now we got fear. I'm gonna keep this one short because I'm gonna do a video on solely why fear controls your life. Fear, forgetting that energy can always be rearranged. Self-explanatory. You wanna change your life? Change your life. Let me say it again. You are forgetting that energy, your energy, can always be rearranged. You feel a way? Change it. You don't like how something going on in your life? Change it. I want you to start seeing emotions as messages, not threats. Stop identifying with your emotions. You don't need to get rid of your emotions. You need to decode them. And that starts with reflecting instead of reacting. It's something street people can't do. Well, they can, they just don't want to. And that's why they have sassy energy. A true masculine man is a very logical man, not an emotional man. That's why a lot of them are DL. See, a weak black man is not a threat to the empire. So we're being kept weak. If you want to conquer any race of people, you must remove the alpha male personalities in the men.
If you want to take over a planet, okay, if you want to completely take over a planet, the first thing that you have to do is you have to take out the alpha males or the strong males from the planet. Because the strong alpha males protect the divine feminine. Through television and films, how they are feminizing men more and more and more. You'll see men dressed up in female clothes.
And make our females hype it up. Our females hype it up by rewarding this behavior. Now it affects the straight men. Because when you turn down a black woman, They call you a Batiman.
Do you have a fight coming up anytime?
I miss you.
Yeah, I do.
My outfit today?
Hell nah, bro. You looking
Bro,
very...
it's okay. He's a fruit bucket. He's a fruit bucket.
I can't show my body.
No, he's a fruit bucket. It's
They
okay.
do this because black women themselves have an unhealthy obsession with being zesty, and they think straight men have to be secretly zesty. They're always projecting because they twerk on their homegirls, kiss them, sit on each other's laps, and they see each other naked all the time. So they assume that men do the same. But it's not women's fault. Most men are actually truly zesty because they grew up with a single mother, and it's safe to assume that that single mother has trouble decoding her emotions, right? That in turn makes her son over-emotional as well. Entertainment is used as a psychological weapon against African American people. It controls the population's way of thinking. Think about it. Our top influencers aren't pushing masculinity. They're pushing nothing impactful, nothing that can actually help you become a better man. Now, you want to be careful. You don't want to misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying be overly masculine. Females are wired to sense when you're faking your masculinity. You need something called soft dominance. When you display soft dominance, you get earned submission from your woman. So when you display soft dominance and your girl gives you earned submission, she'll do anything you ask. She'll do anything you asked because you earned it. You have to learn how to be dominant without being controlling. That's why I said detachment, because nothing is yours. So stop trying to control her. When you're emotionally unavailable, females just fly to you. It's crazy. You don't have to look good. You don't have to be super jacked. They lie to you, bro. If you tell her to sit down, she gonna sit down. If you display that soft dominance, you tell her to sit down, she gonna sit down. A woman don't want a man that lead with emotions. They lie to you, talking about some, yo, we love when men open up. No, they don't. That's a lie. When you talk to them about what you're going through, all they're thinking is he gonna do something about it? Don't ever come home don't ever come home from work to your girl talking about some, yo, babe, at work they was on me, they was having me work. I'm tired of that job. I'm about to quit that job. She's gonna cheat on you. I'm not saying be a robot. I'm saying identify the emotions that you're feeling. If you're feeling anger, that's valid, but you don't have to yell and scream. All your emotions are valid, but acting on them is not valid. Dissect your emotions. Okay, what am I feeling right now? Okay, why? How can I resolve this? Matter of fact, no. How can I turn this into power? Another issue we have is our own women don't love us. That's why you see a lot of our men going with the snow bunny, because a big difference between the snow bunny and our woman is that the snow bunny will find us in progress. She'll see our potential and help us level up. A black woman wants a finished product. They expect you to be a finished product. The snow bunny meets us when we have nothing, but it's not the black woman's fault. They're raised to be independent, strong, tough. Don't take nothing from nobody, because your daddy wasn't nothing. I raised you by myself. I'm your single mother. So follow my footsteps and repeat the same cycle. That's how they taught. I told you it's going to be hard to break a bad habit, right? Imagine telling a Christian that Jesus was not God. But the Christian been told for 20 years straight that Jesus was God. But you coming over here and telling him that, Jesus was a prophet, he not God, he gonna look at you like you crazy. So for the black women to help themselves, they gotta be willing to help themselves and unlearn and relearn everything. It's only American culture. Outside of America, they raised to serve. Outside of America, they cooking for their daddy at a young age. They washing tables, washing dishes. They mopping floors and busting sweeps. Bro, as soon as I see you hit one of these, oh, I'm clocking that T, I'm clocking that T. I already know what type of female you is. You're a programmed female, just on the internet all day, just following trends you see. You speak in TikTok trends. You don't have critical thinking to think for yourself. And therefore, I can't be with you. Look, now watch them call me a misogynist, broke, a batiman, for having this level of awareness. I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. I know it's gonna be females in the comments talking about some, Well, that's what jobs are for. I'm not here to build no man. Well, that's why you're gonna find yourself by yourself. Someone who gets defensive every time you tell the truth is always guilty, always guilty. If they don't hear your heart, they hear the threat to their ego. You're making them reflect on their own life. And they hate that, because I told you, people don't want to look inside, right? Anyone who fears the truth will always turn the truth teller into the problem. But like I said, it's not your fault. You just limited. I told you, emotionally intelligent people can't really hate anyone because they understand why people act the way they do. Just like that one lady, she's a hurt kid who never healed, an adult body carrying childhood wounds. Once you see this, you stop taking things personally. People project their own pain onto whoever's in front of them. Hurt people, right? Now, this don't mean you accept bad behavior. This means you don't let it destroy you. If you want to master the art of soft dominance, the book is in the description. And if you want to learn how to control your emotions, that book is in the description as well. It's a free book.